Hello everyone, it's Harmony and welcome to the visual dungeon guide for the Stone Vigil. This dungeon will become available during the level 41 main scenario quest, called In Pursuit of the Past. Before we dive into the guide, I just want to point out that as you make your way through the dungeon between bosses, a dragon will occasionally swoop down and unleash an untelegraphed surprise fire breath attack at certain points. This can be tricky, especially if you're pulling too many enemies at once. If it's your first time running the dungeon, take it slow and avoid overpulling. These surprise attacks will eventually stop once you've defeated the second boss. The first boss is Chudo-Yudo. This boss will frequently use the Lion's Breath, a very fast casting and untelegraphed frontal cone area of effect that also applies the damage over time debuff called Burn. Because of this, the tank should always take extra care to face the boss away from the rest of the party. Healers can cleanse Burn with Asuna. The boss will now begin running to the outer edges of the arena before using Swinge. This is a large, untelegraphed frontal cone area of effect. To avoid it, move quickly with the boss and position yourself behind them. These mechanics will now repeat until the boss has been defeated. The second boss is Koshchei. Spiked Tail is a tank buster that deals heavy damage to the target. Use defensive cooldowns and shields to mitigate it. Sonic Storm will target a random player with a circular area of effect. To avoid it, simply step out of the marked telegraphed area. The boss will eventually move to the centre of the battlefield before using Typhoon. This summons up to 4 whirlwinds along the furthest outer edge of the battlefield. The whirlwinds then sweep across the arena at different speeds. If you're hit, you'll take damage and be knocked into the air, briefly becoming stunned. To avoid this, position yourself in front of a stationary whirlwind, then step into the safe space that opens up behind the whirlwinds that are already moving once they've passed you. These mechanics will now repeat until the boss has been defeated. The third and final boss is Isgebind. Rime Wreath is a group-wide attack that deals unavoidable damage to all party members. Frost Breath is a fast-casting and untelegraphed frontal cone area of effect. Because of this, the tank should always take extra care to face the boss away from the rest of the party. Sheet of Ice will target a random player with a circular area of effect. To avoid it, simply step out of the marked telegraphed area. The boss will eventually begin to leap into the air and become untargetable. While airborne, it will use Cauterize, a massive linear area of effect that stretches across the entire battlefield. To avoid it, simply step out of the telegraphed area, which is marked by a thick, icy mist. Anyone caught in this attack will take damage and be afflicted with Frostbite, a damage over time debuff. Healers can remove Frostbite with the Asuna spell. The boss will then use Touchdown, crash landing at the centre of the battlefield, and will become targetable once again. This will damage and knock back any nearby players that are too close to the central battlefield once the boss lands. Be aware that once the boss drops below 50% health and takes to the air, it can target all party members with Sheet of Ice twice between Cauterize uses before landing. These mechanics will now repeat until the boss has been defeated. Thank you for watching. If you found this guide helpful, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and, most importantly, take care of yourself and each other.